I just chill. I love just the shady streets and finding some neighborhood I've never been in before, and just relaxing. I'm not trying to get anywhere fast, and to me that's a big plus for the greenways. One of the things that bothers me is that there are several places in the city where the greenways they go somewhere and then they stop, and you're on your own basically from that point forward. They're building a greenway near where I live on 80th and a north-south greenway, and I pedaled part of it just to see where it goes on the north end. On the north end, it switches over to 78th, and suddenly it ends at Halsey, and there's no direction. You're left with a street that is very dangerous. So, it worries me that the city is doing this, but not connecting these to safe, not making the connections for safe travel for cyclists. I would kind of lay them out on a map and try to figure out how to add more, the little pieces that we need to add to connect them together. And that's one of the things I would do. The other thing that concerns me is a lot of them cross major streets, and it's expensive, but I think we need, for the safety of cyclists and pedestrians, we need to have lights at those. Maybe not a major traffic light, but some kind of crossing light that can be used to kind of slow the cars down, maybe stop them, so we can get safely across the street. I live around some big streets like Burnside and 82nd and Division, Stark, and I do use those to commute, but I really enjoy riding through the neighborhoods. It's also kind of a chance to get to know the city, and it's shadier, it's cooler, it's just a nicer ride all around. It's a neighborhood bike route that is that is deliberately designed to be away from traffic, to keep cyclists safer, to make the ride more enjoyable, to learn about your neighbors and your neighborhoods. The most magical have been some of the Pedalpalooza rides, and those don't always stay to the greenways, but if I think about the last couple of rides this year, the bike play was just wonderful. I loved everything about that. I went on a ride with a group called Naked Hearts PDX, where we rode, specifically the bike riders were there to protect skaters. So we rode with skaters, we had music, we rode all the way out and watched the sunset, and that was one. And the third one I think about is just this last Sunday I went on the Purple Rain ride, where there were 3 sound systems blasting Prince, and we stopped halfway through to dance. We went all over the city. It was just absolutely beautiful ride. And some of that is on greenways, honestly, but some of it is, if you have a big enough group, you take the big road, and no one can stop you. It was so much fun. We stopped there was I don't know the guy's name, but we stopped at his house. He had it done in lights, purple lights. He had Prince playing on a TV set in a window on the second floor, cookies on the table, and everyone was dancing in the street.